Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Desiree.
And we're bringing you this week's Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide.
Welcome to week 3 of Musicality March 2022. This week we're back to a conventional move because this time on the guide we're talking about conventional and not so conventional ways to hit that music. So for a conventional move, we're going to be talking about back-to-back movements. This guide. We think back-to-back movements are a great way to hit phrase changes, to hit small accents in the music, and honestly, there are lots of different places in a pattern where you can implement a back-to-back focus. So, we're going to show you 3 different back-to-back options. A back-to-back with a free spin, a back-to-back
with a barrel roll,
and then a back-to-back full that also includes
a barrel roll.
Let's show you those movements. Matt's going to break them down, and then I'm going to tell you why these are musical gold.
First up is our back-to-back free spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leaders, this is kind of like your foundation for everything else we're about to show you. Just getting really comfortable getting into the back-to-back position. So most importantly, I want to get my follower moving towards me on 1. I'm going to rotate myself to the right for 2. Then I'm going to keep pushing my left shoulder through the middle. That's going to get Desiree to rotate as I release these hands. 3. From here, she's really keeping an eye on me. This is a little bit more visual at this point. I'm going to continue turning for 4, and then single it out for 5 and 6.
And for our followers, after we get this momentum push in, it does feel natural to come back on our other foot. These are all single steps, so whether you're looking at your leader or you're simply kind of following the wave of your own body weight here, you'll get back into that next position. Why is this a really fun move when it comes to musicality? Well, we have this moment, 1, 2, 3, that's going to hit on an odd beat. It might hit an accent, it might hit a phrase change, and if you want, you can just walk right out of that. You've already hit the music. But if there's something really neat in the lyrics and the tempo and the melody, you could stay here, do something else to engage the audience, engage your partner, play around with the music. It is truly a musical moment. Next pattern.
Next up is our back-to-back basic barrel roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, leaders, footwork is the same. Pattern structure is basically the same. In some ways, this one's easier because you have the hand the whole time. However, we do need to be mindful of the height here. So if I'm much taller than my partner, I have to maybe barely clear my head. Likewise, if I'm around the same height as my partner, I'm going to have to go a little bit higher. So just be mindful of not only your height, but your partner's height, and try to keep the hands in between the 2 of you.
Same thing for you followers here. If you have a height differential, you might need to adjust just a little bit, as long as you trust your partner to be leading you in a way that's going to be protective of your frame. If not, you can always just abort the mission. That's okay too. Now, why do we want to do this move for musicality? Well, obviously there's that 1, 2, 3 moment, which really stands us up in a crowd, noticing that we would hit the 3, the 5, the 7, and the 1 of the music. But that moment can also be slowed to hit a legato moment in the music. So if you have one of those songs where the music cuts out, or there's a zoom in the music, or some other kind of, maybe it's just a lyrical song, and you want to dance high and take 4 beats, 6 beats. That's okay. Just try to get in sync with your partner and kind of make sure that that connection is indicating, I want to stay at this tempo.
For our final pattern, we're changing the entrance, but the ending is going to be the same. So we're starting with a back-to-back fold. I'm thinking about prepping this hand around my follower's waist height, 2, keeping it level, and then taking it a little bit to my left to stop Desiree from progressing down line. As I come around here, leaders, I'm not thinking about coming around to face my follower. I want to think about going through the middle of us. So what I mean by that, I'm rendezvousing here and I'm not stopping. So I'm trying to get all the way out to the audience here. Then, this is that barrel roll position that we just talked about, and we can finish it out.
For followers, we don't want to get too far from our leader. That can create the inability to feel that spool around or to be able to get there in time. So instead, we want to stay as close as possible to our leaders in this back-to-back, so our frame is still really well connected, and we can make that moment happen. Another really cool thing to mention about this in terms of musicality is we hit here on the 3. We could potentially hit on the 5, but we're not going to hit by standing square to one another. We're going to hit on that ronde, and then we can hit on the 7 with that barrel roll. What happens if your partner doesn't do this, and your partner leads the more boring, pretty conventional moment here? That's a-okay. In fact, the music might call for it, but if you want to take it a step further, followers, you could always pull yourself around, have a moment to make that 7 count shine.
Likewise, leaders, we can also do that. If our followers stop here, we can have a moment just for us.
So make sure to hit that 7 of the pattern in one way or another, by yourself or with your partner.
That was your guide. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and check out our website and online store, link to the description.
Bye.